Diane in Denmark here, rah rah rah. It is Thursday morning, hurry hurry hurry. I'll explain why I've got, we've got flags in the bedroom today in a wee minute. We are moving on to day 4 of our Flylady little refresher course on the zones this week. Now we are on to week 2, day 4 of our New Year, New You course. Last week I went through all the basics like making your routines, how to make those stick for you, how to keep motivated. And I said to you last week that this week would be a bit of a reset week. We're moving through all 5 Flylady zones. The aim is not to do all the cleaning this week, but it's just to show you that by just doing 15 minutes in a room or a zone, you can really make a lot of progress. And we're just doing a wee refresh of the zones. Normally, you know, in Flylady land, we've got a whole week or roughly a week for each zone. But as I said to you, over Christmas, if we've had guests staying, if we've been on vacation, if somebody's been ill, I don't worry too much about zone cleaning then, because I know I can just, you know, get back into it when I'm ready for it. The main thing that I do, always do, and I've told you this before, do not do anything today unless you've done your basics. What are the basics? Morning routine or evening routine? You know, morning routine, getting dressed so that you're ready for some action. Evening routine, you know, looking out your outfit for the next day, all that jazz. We've been through that all before. Today we are moving on to zone 4, which is the bedroom. If you want to carry on with your regular Flylady Zone work, that's fine, you do that. And I should also just say, welcome to all the new viewers here. The start of the year always brings in new people. I'm just going to remind well, everybody here, you will not hear me saying, please subscribe to my channel and give me a thumbs up or whatever. I am here to encourage you to do things, and I love making these videos, and I'm going to be your cheerleader, okay? And we keep it, oh, there goes my flag. We keep it positive here. If you don't have anything positive to say, please jog on somewhere else. This is not a YouTube channel where we make nasty comments and things like that. We're keeping it positive here, and I'm here doing that for you, and I expect a wee bit of respect in return. So there we go. So just so everybody's on the same page. Anyway, we are moving on to zone 4, and let me just put up the lights because it's dark here in Denmark this morning. It'll be light about 8:30 here this morning. Anyway, we're getting on to zone 4. We're going to be doing the same as we have the last couple of days. Let's start with obvious. Zone 4, master bedroom, also if you've got a closet. Let's just scan around the room. Is there anything that needs to be picked up and put away? You know, do a poopa. I love doing a poopa. And if you just do a poopa every day or every time you're in the room, it really makes it so much more easy to clean. Anyway, I'll tell you what I've got in here. I've got, just behind you, this is the cardigan that I was wearing yesterday. And I like to air things before, I don't wear them after every wash. Like this cardigan, I can easily wear 3-4 times. You know, as long as I'm not spilling food on it or anything like that. I air dry things. Usually I air them here because I have the window open in the morning when I'm getting dressed. And if possible, I can get it outside to air there before it goes back in the wardrobe. But I know myself, and after a day, it goes back in the wardrobe and is worn again. Just because I'm hanging it here, it doesn't mean that I can let it, you know, be there for a week. Okay, so watch yourself with that. Do you have a chair? That's my husband's chair over there where he hangs his sweater that he changes into when he comes home. Do you have a pile of laundry on that chair? If so, maybe you want to use the time that we've got right now and fold that and get that put away. We'll take a look through my bedside cabinet. Have you been using anything this morning to get ready? Hair tools. This one is now cool and can go away. And I can see my charger as well. Let me just pop that away. What else do you have? Do you have any books or magazines piled up here? This is the one that I'm reading, so that can stay there. Let me just pull out my charger. I charge my telephone during the night, and that goes in there. What else? I've got my outfit for tomorrow, and the only last thing that I've got on my chair here, hold on, I'll just show you my dressing table. When I'm getting dressed in the morning, I've got my dressing gown on and the wee kind of turban thing for my hair. And once I'm dressed in the morning, that goes into the bathroom. I haven't done that yet, so let me put that in the bathroom and you get ready as well. Yeah, and I've got one last thing. This is my chair here. I've got a scarf that I was using the other day. I like to keep my kind of woolly scarves like this, I like to keep them downstairs in the hall cupboard so that they're easy just for taking. So that one will also go downstairs when I'm finished. I won't stop to that right now. Right, let's start with doing a quick look through our bedside cabinets. Maybe you have a chest of drawers, something like that. If you've got nothing in there that you need to go through, maybe you know, do a drawer of your dresser, you know, whatever works for you. Okay, let's come over here then. Right, and I love these IKEA rolling rounds because I have access to everything, you know, when I go to bed at night. But then I can roll it away during the day and everything looks nice and neat. Okay, well you've seen this all before. On the top, hold on, let me just grab a duster because I'll need to give this a wee dust off. Here, I'll use this one. Right, on top here I have my phone charger, and I keep some little notepads for if I suddenly have an idea. Okay, I'll just dust this off the top part, that's okay. And you know, you don't need to be doing all the zone work every time you're in the zone. Remember, if you made a control journal, you know, when we did the Flylady refresher course, I'll put the link up there. Just pick something from the list. Right, and here, oh, I do have something here which can go. This is a wee box that I keep with little bits and bobs. Often things of jewellery that I'm thinking of making into a different kind of necklace. This was actually on a keyring thing, but I thought it was quite nice, so I've just put it on a yellow cord. What I do have in here, and which will go today, do you remember I used to have a Fitbit and I lost it about 3 months ago, I think, because there'd been a problem with the band. I've got lots of different bands for it because Vibeke also had a Fitbit and she had some extra bands and then she gave them to me because she didn't like the colours of them. And I lost the Fitbit and I thought, oh, you know, I should get a new one. But actually, I've been so consistent with my exercise, you know, I've been consistent for over a year of daily exercise, that I'm not going to bother replacing it. Anyway, I'll take all these bands because I'm going to a clothes swap party next week with the ladies. Woo-hoo, can't wait for that. So I'll take it with me because one of them may have a similar brand Fitbit. I've also got the charger for it. So I'll keep this part because that can be used for anything. That can go with my cables here. But the rest, I will take that to the clothes swap party. So that's one thing can be decluttered. Woo! Oh, silly me, I should have had a bag here for decluttering. But anyway, onwards and upwards. And this wee box, I'll keep that here. That just is kind of an inspiration box for making, as I said, taking bits of jewellery and adding them to something else. Right, that's the first shelf. Okay, and the next one, you know what's in here, my secret stash of chocolate. These, I've got a couple left. These are after eights that we got when we were over visiting my mum at Christmas. My brother had got tons of sweets for us. And these are after eights which are mint and orange flavour. And luckily the rest of the family were just kind of, they didn't really care about it. So I've been eating my way through those. I'll declutter those by the end of the week. And also I like to keep a wee stash of toffees and stuff. So that can stay here. Well, I'm just giving a wee dust as I go. And then I've got, this is my kind of lotions and potions. I like to keep everything contained, as I've said before. You don't need fancy baskets. I use boxes, you know, that come from other things, just to keep things together. And then you can just kind of lift and separate. As I used to say, remember with the bras, the lift and separate. I've got things in here, you know, hand creams and foot creams, because I always put that on my feet before I go to bed. I've also got some silicone earplugs. I will not show you those, don't worry, for when when it's particularly noisy here for some reason. And I don't know if you're like me, but you know, my dad, God bless him, he used to drive me mad when I was a child by always cutting off, you know, the tops of like toothpaste and stuff like that and getting the very last thing out. And I was like, and now I'm just the same. I don't know if it's a thing that you do when you get older, but I'm just using the very last of this one. You may remember I got this as a gift from Steph, who's a secret slob. Her mum was here and I took her for coffee in June. It was in June. And there's a wee tiny bit left, but I'm determined to get out because it was really nice. So anyway, are you the same? Do you go cutting off the tops just to get the very last thing out? I hate and do not like waste. Right, that's okay. And then right at the back here, oh, I've seen this before. This is a little basket thing made of felt that my daughter made at school. Now my daughter is now 17. But I think it's time to let this one go, and I cannot use it anything, and it's got holes on the side, and you know, if I showed her that, she'd be like, Mum, why are you holding on to that? Now's the time. I'm going to let that go. Right. I used to put a wee candle thing in it, but you can't really have the candle burning with the felt. Okay, I've got some books here, and I've got an extra couple of little candle holders. I've got my one that says Diane at the moment. And then also I've got extra chargers, I've got that there. And then in the bottom, I've got my little basket of tricks, you know, for doing nails and taking off hard skin off feet, stuff like that, nail clippers. The family knows where that is. And an extra alarm clock should we need it, if there's a problem with, I don't know, electricity. Right, okay, that is that. And then let's get on to some basic cleaning around here. I've got my wee cleaning caddy, but I think I'll do the usual thing. We'll start with the ceilings and work our way down, so get ready for that. Right, I'm going to do the ceilings, and as usual, I'm just going around the room clockwise. There we are. There we go. And into the corner. Oh, there we go. Top of the bed. And I don't know if I mentioned it the other day, but when I finish recording these videos and uploading, I do a quick vacuum, and I don't vacuum when I'm filming because it's really noisy. Okay, and I'll also do the skirting boards, baseboards, whatever you want to call it. And they really don't take more than a quick swipe, either with your duster or, you know, a duster, a hand duster. It's not like the ones in the bathroom where they get a bit of moisture or damp. That's that done. There we go. Right, we've dusted up and we've dusted down, and as I said, I'll give it a vacuum when I'm finished here. And also, oh, I just mentioned how I've got flags here. It was my husband's birthday today, and the tradition here in Denmark is that you waken the birthday boy or girl by waving flags and singing to them. So my kids brought my husband up his morning coffee, and we all sang a song, and it was, you know, it was completely dark here, so it's all very hoogly. Anyway, I'll take these flags and I'll move them down to the kitchen and the living room. And if you want to know about Danish birthdays, how we celebrate that, about the cake men or the cake ladies, or how we celebrate New Year by jumping off of chairs into New Year, it's all in my Life in Denmark playlist. Anyway, those are going to go downstairs. Right, next up, who is ready for a quick scoosh scoosh? Anybody? I'm going to do the windows in here. Oh, and just a note, because I say this every time, I don't do affiliate links, and please don't go feeling like you need to buy something to do your cleaning. You know, you do not need anything to do your cleaning. You don't need to have some kind of weird or special product. It's just getting off your bahookie is what's going to get your house clean. And you know, I mentioned I use this stuff called Maison Belle. Do not try and buy it, because I know some of you have been looking online and it costs like £40 in the UK. This costs about £4 or £5 British pounds per bottle, which is about what, $5, $6, probably even less. I can't remember the price. It lasts for ages. And that's why I say to you, do not try and buy the same things that you can buy similar where you are. It doesn't need to be the same thing. You don't need any product at all. You just need to do something. So anyway, I'm going to do a quick scoosh over here. I've got my purple rag all ready to go. Let me just move this out of the way. Right, there we go. Scoosh, 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 scoosh. Okay, that's one done. Then the next one. Scoosh, 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 scoosh. I'll just turn over my rag onto the next side. And then turn over to the other side. Voila, that's done. And I'll do the ones on the side. We have a window over here which overlooks the garden, but also overlooks the neighbours. So that's why I don't show you that. You know, I try to let them have their privacy. Also, my husband, my kids, you'll never see them in my videos. I will never show you their stuff. I like to give them their privacy. Anyway, let me get over there. Okay, but don't think you're getting a free pass. You keep going. I'm going to chat to you while I do this window, because I get a lot of questions about do we have, what's it called, those things on the window, do we have screens? Oh, that's what it's called. Do we have screens on the window? Simple answer to that is no. We are in Denmark and we have, you know, we have like kind of normal flies and bees and stuff. But we don't have a lot of weird insects coming in. We're in a kind of cold, temperate climate, so we don't have screens on our windows. Can you hear that noise? One of my kids is still at home this morning because they're going to high school a bit later. That's the lovely sound of the dishwasher being emptied. Woohoo! Small victories. Right. Okay, that's that window done. Right, and I'll tell you what, and this one's going to go in the wash along with my dark things. We talked about that yesterday, if you're wondering how I wash my rags. And I'll do one last thing, which is I'll do a quick dust off of the flat surfaces in here. So here we go again. I'll just take one from the box, and I'll take this wee one today. Doesn't really matter what you use, as I've said before. Right, start over here. And I usually mention it here, and I also mention it when I'm posting on Instagram, that when I change the sheets in here, I change our sheets every second week. The alternate week, my kids change their bedding, and then we do it the next week. We don't need to change our sheets every week. If you've got pets, or if you eat in your bedroom or some strange thing, you'll probably want to change them every week. But when I do change the sheets, I normally take the sheets that are coming off, and I use like the pillowcase or whatever to give a quick wipe down of the flat surfaces here. So it just keeps it ticking over. Okay. And this is a plastic plant, so that just needs a quick dust. Don't need to water this one. There we are. Right, I'll just do inside the lamp as well. That's one done. Coming around the other side. want to do the fronts of any print, you know, or pictures, paintings that you've got in your room, do along the tops, along the top of the doors, you know, around the door frame. Do whatever you can. Oh, and I tell you one thing, because I forget to do it every time, is actually to do my mirror next to the bed. But anyway, let me turn around because I want to do the top of my chest of drawers. Right, these things are going downstairs and these things are going to the clothes swap. So I've got the bag in my wardrobe all ready for stuff of going to the clothes swap. So that'll be going. Right. And again, just a quick wipe down. And I don't use any spray on the furniture here. I mean, it's IKEA furniture. It's not an old oak stuff. So it just needs a quick dust. These are the LED candles. Also, if you want to kind of wake up gently in the morning, you could have those, you know, because they're on a timer. They'll come on at the same time every day. You could set them to go off like 10 minutes before you usually get up, and you'll just get a wee bit of nice soft light to wake you up gently. Right. Oh, and what about your Christmas gifts? Did you get everything unpacked? Are you actually using any gifts that you got? I'm using my perfume. Hold on, just have a wee scoosh scoosh. Scoosh scoosh works for everything. Hope you can smell that. Right. And a candle. I'm going to blow that out now, so I remember to do that. There we are. My mirror. Right. Just do the sides of this one. The tops. There we are. I'm down here. And on the other side. Oh, and I'll just do the bottom of this lamp while I'm down here, because that sometimes gets a wee bit dusty. Woo! I'm done. Done and dusted. Done and dusted. Right, yeah. A wee bit of dust on the bottom of the lamp there. Right, so that is all I'm doing today in Zone 4, Zone Cattle. Tomorrow we'll be moving into Zone 5, which is the living room. Remember, you don't worry about what I'm doing. You don't need to be doing the exact same as I'm doing. You do not have to have the products that I do. You just have to set your timer and do something. And thanks for all the great comments the last couple of days, because I love when you see that it doesn't have to be perfect, just a few minutes here and there and all will be well. So anyway, on that note, I'm going to get going. And please look after yourselves today. I'm going to a funeral this afternoon of one of our old neighbours. I won't go into all the details, but you know, she was diagnosed with cancer, terminal cancer, beginning of December, and I'm going to her funeral this afternoon. So please, you never know what's going to come around the corner. Look after yourselves. Every day is a special occasion, okay? So anyway, on that note, I hope you have a fantastic day. Live long and prosper, and may the Danish hood be with you. And I'll see you tomorrow for the final day of week 2 of our New You course. Okay, and a wee pat on the back for you, and a rah, rah, rah. Okay, bye for now.